Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be what happens when the Hoover fails. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, what is a Hoover? A Hoover is when a toxic person, in this case a narcissist, is trying to draw you back in. They're trying to connect with you and see if you've healed and lure you back in, maybe to get into a relationship, maybe not, but certainly to test the temperature of you, to see if you've seen behind the mask, to see if you've figured out who they are, to see if you understand that you need to get away from them, or if you'll still be susceptible to staying hooked and tethered to them. Never, and I mean never, accept a Hoover. For those people who have accepted Hoovers over the years, they know that it never improved. It never went the way that they thought it would go. It only got worse over time. The narcissist is a sinking ship. They deteriorate over time. And anytime you would go back to them, whether it was a Hoover or not, that relationship would have a smaller life cycle, a smaller cycle of abuse. It would get worse and worse and worse and shorter and shorter and shorter. And then eventually that gave up, it broke, it snapped, something gave. And that's probably why you're here on the channel. But what happens when the Hoover fails? There are three scenarios, and I strongly suggest you stay here to the end of the video. The first scenario is this. Let's say the narcissist attempted or has attempted or will attempt to Hoover you. Maybe this is after a period of time, maybe a couple weeks, months, maybe even years, etc. Well, the longer the relationship, the longer you get away from them, the less likelihood of a Hoover. I will say that, number one. Number two, if the relationship ended recently, there's a higher likelihood of them hoovering you. And here is why. Because the narcissist knows that they are still living in your mind rent-free. They know that perhaps you're still caught up in the trauma bond, or you're definitely still connected to them. And they probably know that you have a high level of empathy and that you fell in love with them or loved them or cared about them. And they will do whatever they can do to keep that connection together. Now again, here's scenario number one. Let's say the relationship ended recently, a couple months ago or half a year ago or so, whatever it is. Well, the narcissist may try to Hoover you. Now, if you decline the Hoover, which means you do not respond, you've closed all avenues of communication with them, you've blocked them, gone off the radar, deleted them, etc. But let's say they still found a way to try to Hoover you. Maybe they used a burner phone, sent you a text or called you. And they did it once and you did nothing, you didn't pick up. Well, what would happen? Then they would say, wait a minute, I used to have such control over this person. I'm acting like the narcissist, and of course I'm not. I used to have such control over them. I need to try and get them back under my grip, under my spell. So maybe I'll get a couple more burner phones and contact them. Maybe I'll send them an email. See, this is what will happen, because if you deny them the Hoover in the beginning, then they will get frustrated. Not always, but many times. And if they really want to get you back under the spell, they will try to pepper you more and more and more. This is why when these relationships end, many times the narcissist will try to Hoover after a few weeks or months. You should not be looking for a Hoover. You should not want a Hoover. Become unhooverable. But having said that, if you close the doors of communication with the narcissist and you did not accept the Hoover, number one scenario is they may continue to try to approach you in different ways, which could be, again, they could email you, use another burner phone, they could send in a flying monkey, they could drive by your house or drop a package off in the post, or whatever avenues they know that they had open to, they may try to use those. I'm going to reiterate this one more time. You should not want a Hoover. Get as far away from these people as fast as you possibly can. The narcissist does not have your best interest at heart now, in the past, and certainly not in the future. These people deteriorate. They only get worse. Scenario number two would be, let's say that they tried to Hoover you and you declined it because you went no contact and you are not open to communicating with the narcissist. Well, A+ for you. Now, what the narcissist may say is, okay, well, I try to contact them. Again, let's just use the burner phone as an example. I try to contact them, and I think it's still too new. I think I'm gonna let a little more time go by. I planted a seed. They know I'm still around. They know I'm still here stalking or spying on them or peeking on them or watching their social media, and I'm acting like I'm the narcissist, and I know that they blocked me. I'll give them a little more time. I'll see how strong they really are. So I'll just give them maybe another couple weeks or months and see what happens. And then the narcissist may rear their ugly head again after you think you've healed and you're super strong, and then maybe they try it again, and maybe this time you're busy at work and you get a phone call from a number you don't recognize. You pick it up and it's the narcissist on the other end saying, how are you? Thinking of you. missing you. And you'll be saying, who is this? What is this? Who's calling? And they're like, don't you know who it is? And they'll use that soft, suave voice to try and draw you back in. You hang up the phone, slam it, and you're like, you gotta be kidding me. I thought I was through this. I thought I was over it. Why is this person still harassing me, stalking me, calling me at work, using a different phone number? Well, you just nailed it. They're a narcissist, and they're trying to live in your mind rent-free. So that's a second scenario or example. When you decline the Hoover, they still may pop up in the future. They still may test the temperature of you. Now the third scenario will be, we already talked about the first one where they try to pepper you for a long time. And the second one is they give you a little bit more space. And the third one is going to be when you decline the Hoover, they let a lot of time go by, an awful lot of time, maybe years or decades. And then they try to rear their ugly head again. And when they do that, this is after they've gone through so many supply sources, but you're still on their radar. They're still spying on you. They still have you in their black book or their Rolodex, whatever terms you want to use. Yes, I'm going old school. And they're seeing where you are, seeing if you're married, if you're single, if you have got a lot of money, if you're looking good, if you're healthy, if you're playing tennis and all these things. And then maybe they try to do that. This is the same result as the second one and the first one, which means number one, you should not want to receive a Hoover. Number two, you should be unhooverable. And number three, you need to get off the radar of these people. The first example showed you that they may pepper you quickly, short terms, after the relationship ended recently. It's not always that way, but many times it is. Second one is when you've been off the radar of them for a while and they're trying to test the temperature of you, but they believe it's too early for them to actually try to draw you back in. Maybe a couple months went by or a year, and then they'll try and give you more time because they already planted the seeds in your mind. And now you probably went backwards, or perhaps you went backwards for a moment or two, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, will this person ever leave me alone? But then you maintain no contact, and then perhaps they did rear their ugly head again. The third one is after a long period of time. Now remember, not everybody receives a Hoover. You do not want a Hoover. You want to get off the radar of these people. Yes, I've said it 3 times. The narcissist does not change. They didn't love you. They don't love you now. They only care about themselves. They don't care about anything about you as a human being. They only cared about what you provided for them, which was a roof over their head, buying food, cooking, cleaning, buying them a car, gassing it up, paying for their cell phone, paying for Amazon, all the people you introduced them to that they blew up all those relationships, all the events you took them to that were ruined, all the birthdays, the holidays that were, and vacations that you went on that never, you didn't get to enjoy the proper way. You need to remember all these things. Now, here's the fourth scenario. I told you there were 3 of them. The fourth one is this. This is not who you want to be, no matter what happens. I touched on it briefly in the beginning of this video. Let's say the narcissist tried to Hoover you. And let's say that you thought you were strong enough to not block them or not go no contact. And let's just say that you think that you can do what you're doing without blocking them and removing them from your phone number, etc., etc. Well, time goes by, and you probably have healed, or you are healing, and the narcissist has left you alone, let's say for months or a couple of years, but you didn't block them. And the reason you didn't block them or delete them from your phone is because you think it's the wrong thing to do, or you don't think you're that kind of person, you shouldn't be doing that, or you feel sorry for them, or it's not such a big thing, you don't want to hurt their feelings. Whatever your reasons are, it's up to you. I understand the whole thing. But let's say you're doing really well, you're extremely strong. Then the narcissist does text you, or they do call you because you didn't block them, and it's after quite a period of time. And then you look and you see their name on your phone and you freeze. And maybe you were on vacation, or maybe you're getting ready to go to bed, or maybe you're getting ready to go to work, whatever you were doing. You see their number and you're like, wait a minute, why would this person reach out and contact me? It's been years, I don't get it. And then you say to yourself, wait, I didn't block them. I'm super strong, so it's not such a big deal. Then let's say it's a text. Then you read the text, and it's a long filibuster written with AI saying how much they loved you, how much they missed you, all the good times. They're painting a picture of the past, not like it was in reality, but all this puppies and rainbows and unicorns and butterflies. It was the most amazing time, and you can do it all over again. And by the way, this Hoover, it came around your birthday, let's say, or a holiday, or some pivotal period of time, because that's when these creatures usually pop up. And then you, of course, because you didn't block them in the past, you read that text, and you don't read it once, you read it multiple times, because by now you know there are hidden messages, cryptic messages in any correspondence from the narcissist to you. And then you read between the lines and you see there are certain things that they mention, certain countries, certain food dishes, certain songs, certain places, certain people, certain timelines, and then you start going down memory lane and you think, wow, it really wasn't that bad, and I'm strong, and I mean, wow, I'm like, everything's okay. Like, and then what do? You get curious. Then perhaps you look them up on social media, and then you see things that you do not want to see. You see things about the old supplies, maybe you see something about yourself, but I doubt it. And you see what they're doing and everything, and how they're looking, and then you really think, wait, was it that bad? And you're like, no, I don't think it was that bad. Wow, okay. And then what happens? You do nothing. You don't contact them, you don't reach out, you don't respond, you don't reply, you do nothing. You let time go by. Maybe it's a couple days, and what happens? The narcissist pops up again. They send you a different text coming at you from a different angle, saying something like this: hey, I know you read the text, I saw the 2 blue check marks, and I know you didn't respond to me, and that's okay. Just want to let you know I'm missing you, I'm thinking about you, and I think we could get back together if you would be open to communicating like that. Let's just go grab some lunch, or maybe we could just go grab some dinner, or go to our favorite place that we used to go to. Now what happens there? You read that, and now you're really going backwards, and you're thinking about the good times. You're not remembering the toxic times. You're not remembering the rage fits in a car going 100 miles an hour. You're not remembering the financial abuse, the doors being slammed in your face, or that person walking 30 yards in front of you, or you being triangulated, or you being given the silent treatment, or you being ghosted or blamed, or experiencing verbal abuse and word salad. You don't remember any of those things. You just remember some good times, maybe some intimacy, or some hand holding, or some snuggling, or the way they looked at you, and then they gave you a nice little pleasant look, and the rosy cheeks, and they batted their eyelashes. And then you're thinking, wait, actually, maybe it wasn't that bad. And then what do? Maybe you take the bait, and guess what happens? Boom, you are back in the narcissistic abusive cycle. You see, because you didn't block them and go no contact, they waited, and they waited and waited and waited, and you read the correspondence that they wrote to you approximately a week ago. They planted seeds in your mind, and you still didn't block them, you still didn't go no contact. You thought you were stronger than you actually are or were. Then they texted you again, trying to break you down again, try to insidiously chip away at that foundation, that great wall that you put around yourself. And guess what? It worked. They broke you down with only 2 texts. Next thing you know, you text them back, and now here we go again, another round of the narcissistic abusive cycle. And the narcissist will be sitting there at the other end of that phone while you texted them. They will be laughing, grimacing, smirking, jumping up for joy. Their black pupils will be swelled with beach ball-like supply. They will say, yes, it took me years. Yes, I waited. Yes, I was patient. Yes, this person forgot about the past, and it only took me 2 texts. And tomorrow night, they are taking me out to dinner on their dime, and I soon will be living in their house all over again, and I will repeat this cycle, but this time, I will finish them off. That's what the narcissist is thinking. That's why you can't tempt fate. That's why you cannot accept a Hoover. That's what happens when the Hoover does not work. When the Hoover doesn't work, the first 3 scenarios are great for you. When you don't go no contact and you don't block them, you are susceptible to a Hoover today, tonight, tomorrow, next month, next year, or in a decade. Don't think you're stronger than you are. You're not. I can assure you, you may think you are, you're not. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because this isn't an average human being we're talking about. It's a toxic, dark energy source. They wanted to take everything from you and more, and they almost accomplished it. Block that person, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If not now, when? What are you waiting for? So that's what happens when the Hoover fails. The first 3 scenarios, you're stronger and stronger and stronger. There's a short period of time, a medium period of time, and a longer period of time, but you don't take the bait. You're like, yeah, you're really pathetic. This is just ridiculous. I can't believe that you I actually fell for this, but you did. I did too. But then the 4th option, which I was saving as a Easter egg in the video, and this one happens way more than you would think. It's people that think that they're stronger than they are. It's people that think, oh, I don't have to block the narcissist because I just don't think it's good, in good taste, and I don't need to block them. I'm fine. Well, good luck. I hope that you really are stronger than you think you are. I really hope to God you are. But why would you tempt fate? I have no idea. Once you get the message and you identify who is the person you're considering, who they really are, you need to not take chances and insulate and protect yourself and close the door on the chapter of that person and of the past and begin to focus on you and the present moment and living in the present moment, away from toxicity and away from the narcissist. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Understand a few things. I talk about Hoovers on the channel frequently because they happen way more than you would expect or you would think. There are many people who have never received a Hoover. That's a badge of honor. That's a good thing. You don't want a Hoover. You don't want to have to think about who the person is, where they are, what they're doing, the timeline, all those things. Those days are done. That chapter's closed. For those of you who have received Hoovers, you know that they never end well. And for those of you who secretly, although you may not want to admit it, are holding out for a Hoover, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not healthy. It's not good. It means you have work to do. You have work to do. Don't tempt fate. Block that person. Don't look backwards. Look forward. Let them slither off onto wherever they're going as long as they stay away from you. You really need to stop holding on to whatever it is if you haven't blocked the narcissist by now. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.